Hey everyone, it's Two Pretty D's. We are back and so excited. Oh my God! Harry and Meghan's third docuseries on Netflix just dropped.
Well, it dropped, and we were too sleepy to watch it because we stayed awake. And it didn't
Well, we
drop
thought it was going to be at midnight, and sure enough, no.
No.
So we had to wait. But, of all the first three episodes, all the content, all the things that we're just going to cover today.
Yes, all the subtle
Hints,
things that
and
we
actually
were-
some of the things that we picked up on early.
Yes, exactly.
But this episode
Yeah, we just wanted to talk to you about...
is really about them really saying, fuck around. And I know I'm not supposed to say that, but this is that first part.
That's
That first
F around.
phase. This is
Yeah,
that
this
F
is
around
the F
phase.
around part. Yeah. So, and we're going to tell you what we learned. Not learned, but some of the things we already knew, and a lot of the Sussex squaddies knew about. But this is what, we talked about it in previous podcasts, but this was validated by Harry and Meghan. And it also, we identified something that I don't think anybody picked up on, was this common denominator. We talk about that.
Yes.
And then we want to talk about Harry and his brother
Yep.
were never close.
Tobias? Yeah.
Yes. And then we want to talk about Harry and Meghan's family.
I know. We got to see snippets of it.
And then
Our king.
Mama Doria.
Yes. She gets to finally speak her truth.
Yes. And then we want to talk about the violation.
Yes.
The violation of Meghan. Mm-hmm. So this is the F part.
So hit us with the common denominator. You started that off. What do you mean
So
by
the
that?
common denominator, we had put it out in like a diagram, and we even went into the psychological breakdown of to why this is, and we even went to envy.
Yes.
We had the breakdown, right? Mm-hmm. So the common denominator between that we identified in these three series of this documentary is that Jason Knauf is the common denominator. Because we had identified, and we said he was working behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Instead of her dad talking with Harry, he disrespected Harry and was talking with his brother.
And had the nerve to admit it on an Australian news channel.
Right.
And straight up say, oh, well, the only number I had was Jason Knauf.
Yes. So Meghan and Harry was trying to talk to him, calling him, and then they decided, oh, we need a way out. So the common denominator is Jason Knauf. So he knew early on that they knew they were in a relationship. But the thing is, Harry and Meghan fooled them.
Well, they
fooled
did.
all of us because nobody knew.
They kept it on the low.
They kept it on. They'd been meeting for almost several months.
Yes.
Before the royal family was clued in, they were dating.
Right.
And that's when stupid Willie Leaks decided to
leak.
Yeah.
And that's
leak.
where it came out saying that.
Yes. And that's when Jason called him and said, hey, you guys, this is about to come out. And
he probably said it just like that. Too.
Yeah, and
Think so?
yeah. And we know he's the one leaking it.
Yes.
He's the one leaking it. So that was the first thing.
Right.
Now, the other thing was what he did with her family.
So, leading up to the wedding,
Right.
things were in the works for her father to walk her down the aisle. Mm-hmm. And, in the series, they show us the timing leading up, mm-hmm. and all the different events in between. And we'll come back to some other messed up stuff like the security and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But what happened was
What happened was? No, go ahead.
See, what happened was her father was tripping.
Yes.
And
trifling.
And decided, I'm going to go along with this plan of sabotage wedding
Mm-hmm.
because I'm getting money, mm-hmm. right? And he was selling. They found out that he was leaking fake photos to the tabloids.
Right.
And they were like, what is wrong with him?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was funny though, one of their people from their press corps prior
mm-hmm.
to Harry and Meghan, mm-hmm. the guy was thinking, isn't that cute? He's taking a picture and he's holding the book about Martin.
Exactly.
And I think some of us kind of saw, yeah. But then in reality, the other people were like,
right.
No.
And this is what they wanted. It was also said back in the days that they wanted Harry and Meghan to go to the United States or Mexico and talk to her dad. So that would mean probably postponing the wedding or they doing something violent to Meghan.
Correct.
To get rid of Meghan so Meghan would not be marrying Harry.
Correct.
Meghan was right to say,
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
And then he decides
yes.
to pull a stunt 2 days before.
Yes, the heart attack.
Right.
The fake
well,
heart
he
attack.
had to cover it. No, forgot. Didn't she try to contact him and find out what was going on?
Exactly. And
Why
he wasn't answering.
Right.
Yeah. And then when we saw that text, the way he responded.
That was creepy.
Yeah, it was like almost attacking them for
I can't believe you wouldn't come to see me. I didn't mean to hurt you or whatever. I don't know. I hope my death didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Or if I died.
Exactly.
You know, some kind of BS.
I know people in my family who do that crap. They're still living. You remember Fred Sanford from Sanford and Sons?
Oh,
he was constantly dying.
I'm coming, Edith.
Well, you probably don't remember. It was probably before your
No,
time.
I watched the reruns back in the day.
This man. So anyway, so Jason Knauf was behind that.
Yes.
And whoever he planted there to be with that man, that vile man, to be there.
Right. And then respond.
Right. And then, yes.
And the fact that she
looked at it and she says, she told Harry, I don't know, but I don't believe this is him.
Right.
Something's
wrong. She was like, what the hell is this?
Exactly.
She's like, nobody who knows me, my parents who birthed me, they have never in my life ever called me Meghan.
Meghan, right. And she told Harry, and Harry's like, come on, pick up the phone. You know, we want to know that it's you because it really doesn't sound like you. You know, very like, messed with him. And then that's when he had the heart attack. You know,
right,
like,
because they knew something was up.
Right.
And
you know what, Harry, I'm pretty sure she called every hospital in that vicinity.
Right.
And found out there was
nobody was checked
in there that having a angiogram, neoplasty, whatever it is.
Whatever the hell he
triple
had.
bypass. He said he had a triple bypass.
Okay, if he had a triple bypass, he would not be out the next day.
Yes. Grandma was in there for how many days?
Exactly.
And like weeks.
A week?
Weeks, and then she had to go to rehab.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you don't. That's not something you come right out of.
Exactly. Especially with his weight.
That is not like, I got a shin splint. No.
I know.
I mean, not shin splint, but you know what I mean.
Exactly. I had heartburn.
Yes.
You know, that man was faking it, and they knew, and they went ahead with their wedding. The other thing they tried, and so
that's distraction.
That's two.
So then,
and
the
then
next
the second
low
one was
got real ugly is because
Ashley.
Before Ashley, homegirl started making a fuss. What's her name? Scammy was making a fuss, talk about, well, I haven't got my invite yet, this, that, and the other.
I raised her, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
And now we know. I didn't even know her I don't even know her middle name. And I saw
her birthday.
I saw her 10 years ago, and it was for half a day.
Yes. and then that meme. Yeah. That's all I keep thinking of, that meme of Mariah Carey. Like, I don't know her.
I know, exactly.
That's exactly what Meghan
said. But
said.
Jason was behind everything. And he even went to her and told her not to invite Ashley.
Because he said, how would that look, not inviting your niece, your niece.
Her daughter, and not invite her.
Right.
Well, you know what? I don't care how it looked. I would invite her.
Yes.
You know,
but at the time, Scammy was being scammy.
And even made that go. She was like, I can't believe everything I tried to tell her. She hated Meghan.
Yeah.
And she was like, so here's somebody else that we've never seen before, validating how much scammy was, how bad she was.
Because she's a scam.
Yeah, and come to find out, she ain't raised none of her children.
Nope, she a scam.
Right, but that's who Jason went with, you know, and so Jason,
and so they just kept piling it on.
Yes,
because I'm sure that was also a blow too, because that's personal.
Right.
Why would you
do that? So Jason Knauf, and all the common denominator between all the pain caused to Meghan initially, and then later on, I think we also reported that he was constantly triggering those two.
Yes,
all the people on her paternal side, who was acting fool.
Yes. Right. Oh, but can I say I just love Meghan putting up her family tree.
Yes.
And showing the beautiful side with Doria Raglan, the Raglan family. And then there's the other side. Yeah. And she said, it was different.
It is. They were acting different.
She was being PC.
Yeah.
But she was like, but they were trying to. Stupid. But she said they thought it was going to be the black side that was going to act up.
Exactly.
No, they didn't.
And none of them. And so I was so happy.
Not one.
That she listed all the people who didn't fall for that. But the common denominator, we always said it, is Jason Knauf. And he quit when stuff will find out.
Well,
He quit when he got
In
permission.
2000 or 2020? Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
when his boss gave him permission to break his NDA and testify against Meghan. His boss is Prince William. I'm sorry, I'm saying his boss is Prince William. I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to say
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Peggin. Prince of
And
Peggin.
so this is him going against his brother.
Yes.
Yes. So
That leads us into
the
you
next
know,
one.
Yeah. Harry and his brother William. Willie.
There. Well,
Go ahead.
they were never close.
Why do you say that?
I'm saying that because somebody pulled it out, and it's like
I'm not gonna lie, I know why you're saying it,
yeah.
but yes, go ahead.
Well, even when he was younger,
When
you
he was a
see,
kid, he used
when
to
Diana,
push Harry out of the
yes,
way.
and when Diana was with him, she's like, "Come on, William." No, he was a bad child.
You mean the little thug?
Yes, and I think he always thought because he was going to be king, he's the heir.
Right.
I'm in charge of you,
Exactly.
and you have to listen to me.
Exactly.
And they used to report that whenever the family got together, all the family members, all the cousins would cluster around William because that's their meal ticket.
Right.
Harry, on the other hand, wasn't doing that shit.
Yeah, because he's like, what?
He
Whatever.
would be off doing his own
thing.
And I think William was jealous of him, and because he wasn't like kissing butt. Because we
Right.
saw all the people who kissed Willie's butt. It
All
ain't
their
getting
cousins,
nothing.
all their other whatever.
Yeah, it ain't got like he got a hug from that guy with the broken nose, and
An awkward hug.
yes, and
that
he-
was the most awkward hug.
but he kicked them out of their house. They have to
I
move
know.
in with their mother-in-law. It's all kind of stuff.
But they're on that estate.
But
the
still.
problem is now you got to kick them out of that home to move them into
Yeah,
mama house.
yeah,
That's
you
messed
you
up.
can't trust this dude. You
No,
cannot
no.
trust this dude.
And don't get me wrong, it's not like it's a tiny little home. But I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
And then there was this interview where Harry said, he said, it was my first day at school.
Yes.
And here I was thinking that my
It'd be-
brother,
it'd be good
it'd be
because my
good
brother would be
because
there.
my older brother is there and he'd look out for me. But all you did was ignore me the whole time.
Yep.
That was sad.
And Willie was smiling. But Harry, you were saying like you could see like some awkward body language because you could tell that bothered him. And it's because he knew his brother was trifling and ignored him.
Yeah, and
the
he-
entire time.
Yeah, and he was speaking the truth.
Yes.
Because
But
when
how
he-
you gonna know your brother?
He thought he was better. See, he was always, I don't know. That dude, he was always competitive and he always failed. Harry, look, okay, we all have Harry being more athletic.
Yes.
Harry being, had more charisma.
Yes.
Harry could draw people towards him.
Yes.
He was just stiff and boring and figured I could walk in a room with my titles and everybody and command attention because that's what the family was doing to him.
Well, that's what they were training him. That's what they're feeding him.
Yes, that's
Uh-huh.
his, and that's why he's incandescent now. You know, he's supposed to be quiet.
What do you mean he's supposed to be quiet?
Well, at first he said, when this documentary comes out, I am going to,
Oh, you mean Harry has to be quiet?
no, Willie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, well, first he says, if they say anything bad about the royal family, he put it out in the newspaper. So I take it, anything is
Oh,
in the
you mean the
newspaper.
palace source?
Yes.
Or
He's the source.
or the what are we royal experts
Experts
and
or
correspondent?
And he said
Oh,
that.
you know we too clairvoyant.
Yeah, that's why we're predicting all this shit. And that's when he says, what did he say? He said, oh yeah, we're going to tit for tat. We're going to come back up.
Right.
And then his papa said, no, we're just going to carry on as usual. And that they are trying to do. But little Miss Incandescent.
Right.
I'm saying Miss Incandescent.
Because he is
that
acting
dude-
like a bitch.
Yeah, he is. He comes out acting. I don't know. Even women don't act like that. He's
No.
coming out acting like, I can't handle it. So I'm going to come out and say and all these negative articles.
But that's not even like a woman. That's just being a...
Exactly. And I'm saying all these negative articles, taking the truth
Oh,
and
yes,
twisting
yes,
it.
yes.
That's him.
Yes.
That is him.
I know.
So he has to make up for his blowing it with a daily fail, you know. All these plans.
Really? Because he keeps failing, and I'm surprised Chucky hasn't pulled him back.
Yeah.
Because I know the Queen had stepped in a couple times.
Well, no, he tried to pull him back, saying we're gonna carry on unusual, but he ain't pulling back.
But before, I think the Queen stepped in and was like, y'all stop fucking up. There were moments where they were really going to go overboard, and she like, nah, dial that shit back.
Yeah.
Right.
But one thing about him is he's not too clever. And we think that Harry was the smart one at school. Look at the ideas Harry's coming up with.
I know.
And
young man.
Come
when
on.
he went out to Lesotho, and he meets the prince in there, and he comes up with the Sentabale.
Right.
Yes.
You know, Mahali. And
yes, our warrior
at heart. And you know, he did one a favor for the royal family.
Yes.
When he said, "Yeah, I'm the one that, you know, he didn't say I cheated, but he's like, I wasn't, you know, that strong in school and yada yada yada." I think it was William, because he thought he was special. You know?
Look, all I'm saying is, anyone who knows how to fly a Apache helicopter, that is not an easy feat.
Yes.
You gotta be able to 2 plus 2.
Yes, and the math, understand
multiple times at multiple frequencies.
Understand aeronautics and all these different things. And we all know that Willie Leaks is lazy. Could you see him really studying for anything?
He can't even cross a log without a helmet and helpers. Okay,
4 feet off the ground. Come on, the dude is lazy. He didn't pass. He's the one that they had to cheat to get out. But anyway. So that's what we determined. So now let's talk about Harry and Meghan's family.
Okay, can we just talk about, first of all, their love story?
Yes, the first meeting.
Hold up, the whole production of the series. I literally kept thinking like a Pride and Prejudice, the way the music at the beginning starts, and then the scenery that they use, and just the feeling. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like a great British love story drama. Everything.
The picture of them on the hill as a man with a tree, and then he's holding her, and they're kissing a guy in the background,
and it's like the perfect dog, because they always used to have pictures of beagles.
Yes,
you know, the paintings of the beagles. So
yes,
like, oh my god, that's a painting right there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
like, it was just beautifully done, well put together. You know, love the editing and how they put the snippets of the family in.
Exactly.
And see a little Lilibeth walking.
Right.
And little Archie on his little way.
Off where we go. But it takes their first meeting was a setup.
I love how they set the stage and corrected.
Yes, how they actually met. Yeah. Right. And we don't know who set them up, and it's really not important.
It's not. But what's fun is, interesting, and I think it's cute to see, is that Harry pursued Meghan.
Exactly.
And not the other way around or whatever BS they came up with.
And they go back and forth like, you were late
on the first day.
And Meghan was like, Meghan had standards, you all.
I love it.
I ain't waiting around. Oh, this is what he does?
Yep.
Wait 30 minutes and expect me to be waiting here for an hour? Meghan was going to walk.
He is lucky.
She didn't get up and leave.
I know. She was about to. She's like, I know he's not. He's not sitting up in here.
Exactly.
Yes.
She would have read him the riot act when he showed up and left. But when
then
he
she
came
felt
in,
sorry for him.
He was like pathetically sweating, red, and very apologetic.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, that's not you at all. You don't do that. And he's like, do what? Let a woman wait. So Meghan wasn't like those other girls.
No.
Ain't waiting for nothing.
Exactly.
And
that's what's the difference.
That's what's the difference. She had her standards. Yeah, she didn't wait.
Yes.
Wouldn't wait half an hour. But then when she was late, he's like, she was late.
And she's like, it was only a couple
5
of minutes.
And he's like, still, that's late. But no.
But he's like, but no, it would have been okay.
And he said, you could be as late as you want. I wasn't going anywhere. Nowhere.
Yes.
He was going to sit there.
Midnight. I'm still here.
Exactly. I know.
But yes,
so good.
I know.
So funny. And that's what is men.
Yes.
Value you more if you have standards. Meghan had her standards.
Yes.
She was not, wait for nobody.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I think what's nice though is that she had asked him out for that second
date. Yeah.
Yeah. And, because she was also kind of like, how do I feel about this guy? Okay, this could work.
Yes, and I'm getting ready to travel. Let's see where we're going.
Right.
I like you. We seem to hit it off.
Right. And then they captured the moment.
Right.
In the picture. And then
in the picture, yes.
All the different times.
And she had rules.
I know.
Was we don't, if we're going to see each other, if we're going to date, we can't go
Without
more than
2
2
weeks
weeks without seeing each other. And he's like, well, how is that going to work? And she's like, oh, we're going to have to make it work.
Yes. Because she knew, because, I mean, think about it. You
Yes.
kind of lose interest after a while. If you don't see that person.
Right.
Yeah, you're calling them, but you need to keep that contact going.
Yeah, because you could forget about them. They
Right.
could forget about you and, all these different things.
Right.
And I think he was happy. I think that was beneficial for her to have
Yes.
have standards like that because,
Well, and what if she got wrapped up in the show? What if
Right.
something else happened? I think
Exactly.
that was perfect. And actually, what was interesting, I don't know if you noticed, he couldn't necessarily get away as easily as she could.
Right.
So she would go see him. Now,
And when
one
he
must be
could,
well-to-do to do such travel.
such a
every 2
travel,
months.
yeah. Okay, you have to if you're going to have a long distance relationship,
But what's the one thing that they made sure to capture in their
Well, why don't you tell
whole
me?
dating?
I don't know. Yeah.
Meghan had a whole full life
Yes.
before she met Harry. Homegirl Suits was taken off. How many seasons has it been around? 7 seasons. Remember, all she prayed for was always having a stable acting job where she could do what other things and what she wanted. She got into fashion. She started the TIG.
Right.
I mean, and it took off.
And she said it was a business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was monetized. Yeah.
And she monetized what she loved. Food, fashion, and travel.
Exactly.
And we can't be mad at that.
Right.
And, when she met him that summer, it was the summer of her travel. She planned all these trips with her girlfriends.
It was a single summer.
Yes.
It was a single girl summer. That's what that was.
And clearly, it didn't turn out
And she
so
said,
bad.
and then has happened.
Yes. And it was so cute.
It was so cute. Now, what about your children?
What about their children?
I think Archie is the most loving little baby.
I know. He's
The-
so adorable.
The way he raised his head up and decided to kiss his mama, give her all those kisses and hold her face,
I know.
and she was smiling. It was so sweet.
I know.
Yeah, I think he knows inside that maybe I don't know that what she went through to bring him into this world.
I think similar to for Harry's bond with his mother.
Yeah.
I see some similar commonalities. Oh, that scene where he
no.
reached out for her picture.
Yeah, but she wasn't as harassed as Meghan was during her pregnancy. So I'm saying,
Right, I'm not
Meghan-
talking about that. I'm talking about, but he knew that she was in distress in some type of way. So she was in distress with her relationship because she found out he wasn't in love with her, right?
But Meghan was more in distress every day with his hate.
I'm not
I'm
saying level of more or other. I'm just saying babies.
I'm saying level more.
Fine. Anyway, Archie reaching out to Princess Diana.
That was really neat for him to see his grandmother. Yeah, and I know that that's making somebody mad.
Oh, incandescence is just raging. Yeah. Oh, and the fact that he stood up for his mother.
Yes.
Like, yes, the way that the interview was
they deceived her to get the interview.
Yeah,
but she
it was
said
still
her truth. She didn't lie or anything like that.
Exactly. And I'm so glad he made that
He made that clear. Now, what about Archie? Archie's this little boy with these little saying things like drive safe and hydrate.
And that was younger.
Yes,
that's like one. That's
right. I remember the trees that they have in their house.
Oh yes, the mama and papa.
Because that's what made him buy the property. Right. And Archie was like, "Hi, mama and papa." Oh, hi.
I love it.
But I posted that Archie should never be invited to any bird watching event in the future.
Why?
Because his dad is like, Archie, the birds, they're afraid of humans, so you have to be quiet.
Right.
Archie said, why? He says, because they're afraid of humans. And Archie went down, and decided to work on what was important, which was, Mama, my feet's dirty because I was with you.
Mama, I have a dirty
oh my
foot.
God, I have a dirty
Mama,
foot.
I have a dirty foot. And it wasn't just feet, it was foot.
Yeah.
Because of you.
He told her, what you do to me?
But what's
Poor
also...
thing is, Harry couldn't hold
He couldn't hold it in. She either come back and you could hear her giggling in the back.
Yeah, and she's like, this is Papa's moment.
This is Papa's moment. Papa loves bird watching.
He's
and
bird watching.
Archie was not having any of that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, really? Yeah. Not
Thank
right
God.
now.
No, my man is all about the hygiene. Love it.
Love it. Exactly.
But can we talk about the setting?
Yes.
How beautiful it was. And I'm just thinking the whole time, okay, who cued the hummingbirds? This is like a damn Disney movie. With all the hummingbirds coming out of nowhere.
They have the right trees and the right feeding to attract them.
No. This is a damn Disney movie.
Cue the hummingbird.
Yes. Remember when Sleeping Beauty out in the woods?
Yeah. I was like,
Cinderella. Everybody, all the princesses had these birds and animals coming out saying hi. That's what was
yeah. And you know they're jealous.
I know.
You know they're jealous.
I know.
So
our man Archie loving.
Yeah. And one of the things that Prince Harry, someone had said, Prince Harry wanted was to have Archie grow up in Africa and be running around in his bare feet. He's gonna have a hard time with that. Because Archie be like, my feet's dirty. I have a dirty foot. I was hanging with Papa.
Ooh. Yeah, it probably worked out for the best, but you never know.
Yes.
He might go later.
Exactly. And to see Harry reading to his kids.
And then, oh my God, did you see the hair on Lily?
Yeah.
So adorable.
Yeah, she looks more like Harry.
When he was a baby.
Right.
Yes.
So.
And it's just so loving to see those moments.
Why don't you talk about Mama Doria?
You bring it in. You bring it home. I'm just happy we finally get to hear from her.
Yeah, because we thought she was doing an interview with Oprah. But this woman has been so quiet. She was quiet when we knew that Meghan was going through some mental trauma. And she ran that, was it a 5K?
Yes.
Yeah.
For mental health.
To support.
Awareness.
And nobody knew, put the two and two together until later on we found out.
Right.
But she's been quietly watching her daughter suffer.
Exactly. And watching these evil people. And just the ugly, the hate, the racism, the just... Ugh.
Yeah, and one of the things she did is, the Queen was so enamored with her. Queen liked her and liked how she carried herself off at the wedding. The Queen invited her to spend Christmas at the castle. And Doria politely said, no.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
And politely turned it down.
Yes.
She didn't say why. She just said politely turned it down. Yeah. And the real reason why is, y'all ain't gonna protect my baby. I ain't trying to be with you. You ain't gonna use me for your little photo op and all this little mess. And then
you went there, didn't you?
Yes, but that's how she did it.
Oh, you got adding words to Doria's.
Look, she wanted to say it like that,
right?
She didn't, but I'm just saying,
right.
Okay, you know that Keenan and Peele.
Yeah.
You know how President
Barack Obama interprets for
his interpreter. Yes. I'm doing Doria interpretation.
Oh yes, because we are clairvoyants. But she stood up for Meghan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, see what she said when she first met Prince Harry.
Oh, he's a tall glass of water.
Tall glass of water. Yes. Okay, that's your interpretation.
That is what
she said. He was 6.5 feet tall, blue eyes, red hair, and handsome.
She's like, okay, Meghan.
But very,
you go, girl.
But very polite.
Yes. No, but I think it was. I think she truly adores him. And,
yes,
they have a good relationship.
They have a good relationship, and it's like, here he has a mother that he doesn't have a mother right now. So having her there, it's probably such a blessing for both of them. You know,
exactly. And then what I do love too is Miss Doria setting the record straight on why. Well, her trifling ex, and she knows he's trifling. She called him. Did she call him or something? Or no?
No.
It was just more like she couldn't believe
what he would do. He did that because she's like, that's not parenting.
No.
Who does that?
Exactly.
So when people say Meghan, it doesn't have her dad at her wedding and all these different things. Okay.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
It's a bunch of bullshit. You're not supposed to keep toxic people in your life like that. Look at Jen Anderson. She doesn't talk to her mother. Why? Her mother was selling her out.
Exactly.
Hasn't talked to her mother in years. Is she not America's sweetheart? So it's all about the race and the color of who is involved, whether the rules that they have, for
and
different
they just
people.
keep making up protocols for real.
Oh yeah. And another thing Doria said is that someone pulled her over
with some scary stuff.
And
because they were stalking her everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they were taking pictures of her when she would go to different parts of the city. She was probably going for work.
I know.
And they were trying to say that she lived in Skid Row. No.
Right. They would take every part of the whole part of the city and say that.
Yes.
But then she said, well, what if we were, And like Meghan said, why you gotta
Compton.
This
what the hell is wrong with y'all?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go back to England into your little ghettos.
Because we know they're there.
But Doria said they pulled up to her car.
Yes.
And asked her if she could make a lot of money.
Or no, or if she wants to, do a story or something.
Sell Meghan out. That's
Yes.
what it would be. And they wouldn't want a positive story.
Right.
They take a positive story and spin it. She's like, no, that's my daughter.
Exactly. Well, I mean, look what they did to her childhood friend.
Exactly.
Went to the childhood friend's parents.
Mm-hmm. And
The woman's parents.
Yes.
That's
and
trifling.
Yeah, and then they spin it like, oh, she's always been in love with Princess Diana. She's been to try to make it out like, oh,
she's a stalker or some crazy mess. No.
And we know who the real stalker in the family was.
Well,
we ain't gonna talk about her.
Oh, we will, but not right now.
Later. But so we really, it was a gift to us to see her.
Yes.
Still classy, still beautiful.
Okay, can we talk about how all three of them are aging in reverse?
I know. Still supporting Meghan.
No, they're aging in reverse.
Oh gosh.
And then Meghan?
With little Archie.
Yes.
And
with
Meghan,
no makeup?
Yes.
She looked like a teenager.
No. I hate her for that. Meghan, I look like crap.
I love
when
her
I wake up with no makeup. What's wrong with you? Start being like regular people.
No, what's the diet tips? And
I know she's eating healthy. She has a clean heart, and this is why.
Oh yeah, you definitely have a clean heart. Yes, yes.
She has a good heart, and Meghan, see, that's why we're taking these hits for you. So you could continue being beautiful. I would set the record straight with my clairvoyance.
Yes. We'll do the shady for you, Meghan. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
But we'll still drink a lot of water just to try to.
Yeah, try to hydrate.
But like you said, with what was happening to Doria, what was happening with Meghan, the increased hate, the death threats, all of these things, it's like the violation of your personal space.
Yes, so and that's what we're going into next, to say that
the level and the
violation
that the media went to, the British media went to, that they paid her neighbors in Toronto to put cameras up to face towards her backyard, to face her whole house, to do all these things, track her.
Exactly.
It's just...
So it means like anytime they were thinking they'll be stupid enough to walk out in the backyard, they might be kissing or whatever, and they could take a picture, a video of that, and put that up and have it all over. Yes, and sell it
for millions.
Yes. And to try to embarrass Prince Harry, but Meghan and Harry was smart.
Yes.
They just stayed inside. They just hunkered down. Even when they were at the palace, they just went there and hunkered down. It's like, and they got closer. By them hounding her like that, they got closer. Yeah.
And I'm glad too, because that stronghold is what they would need going forward.
Right. But let's talk about the Africa trip, when he invited her to Africa.
Go for it.
And he said, she's like, we didn't know what to do. Should I hug him? Should we,
Oh, you mean the awkward?
Yes, we were kind of awkward. And I didn't know what to do.
He fights her out there. Yeah. And she's thinking, wait, do I go? Should I go? I don't know. What is it? But she's just like, you know what? Leap of faith, going for it. She goes, she meets him. She's worried and, well, not worried, but she's nervous. He's anxious and nervous. She gets there and she's thinking, oh God, is he still the same person or what? What do?
He give her a sandwich. Oh, that's the man, ladies, you married. The man who gives you a sandwich.
Yes.
Instead of going right there trying to grab you and being grope you or whatever. I haven't seen you in a long time, giving you all these lines. No, the man that gives you a sandwich. That's the one.
And actually, I'm thinking, well, Meghan is a foodie, so that would hit her in the heart right there. Like, yay. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
He gave her, what kind of sandwich? I don't know.
A chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
So then
they sit together.
Car,
She's like, we got to sit together. And then
we're going out
we progressed to holding hands. And then we stole a kiss. And then we hugged. And then it was okay.
What is that sandwich? Yes, the savage.
Those two are goofy and funny and just so sweet. So so innocently sweet, you know.
Mm-hmm. And when they found, like, when they released that they were dating.
Yes.
And they decided, okay, this is our last night. Let's party it up. And, and the guy was like, look, if you want to see anywhere in England, go now.
Yes. So you're never going to be able to see it again. Yes.
Exactly. So they went out. I think it was the Halloween.
Yes. They went out dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah. So they were out partying and whatnot. And just all kinds of fun.
Right.
And then the pictures from the booth.
Yes.
The little photo booth. So cute.
And we just want to mention about security.
Uh-oh.
You know, like they said, after they announced it, after Jason probably leaked it.
Oh, yes.
He said, after we announced it, what's going to happen? Like you said, you're not going to be able to live your life the way you were living before. She started to get death threats. And you know the media ramped up the hate against her more.
So she calls the police, tells the police, if I were anybody else, and I had 6 men, grown men, in their cars sleeping outside of my home, wouldn't you consider that harassment? And they said yes, but it's you.
They can't do anything about it because of who you're dating.
Yes.
So the thing is, she didn't have any security. She was by herself.
Right.
And it wasn't until they were engaged that royal security kicked in.
No, but before that.
Oh, I know. I know.
That's what I was about to say when she called the police after that.
Yes.
She got a death threat. Guess who had to give her security?
NBC.
Exactly.
NBC Suits gave her security after she said, then a death threat, and then I got security.
And then they had to put the gates up.
Yeah, they had to put the gates up because the paparazzi was so
relentless.
You know, it was horrible. And so, you know, all of this negative stuff and all of this, you know, it's like, well, let them be quiet and go away, and it would go away. No, it's been 6 years or 7 years. And let me tell you this, Meghan, there's periods, there are months where we don't see her. We don't even hear from them.
Exactly.
But what's happening every day? The negative, the lies,
article.
It's
and then from each outlet, doing 50 articles a day, 100 articles a day, all negative, all about Meghan.
Right.
And something where they have to mention her name.
Yes.
It doesn't even have to be related to the topic.
Exactly.
But have to mention her name.
And the only purpose is to, one, make money, but to make you hate her.
Exactly.
To make you hate. And that's the part that scares us. Because we know their end game, and they already told us the royal family is in it for the long haul.
Right.
They're going after that woman's life.
Exactly.
They're going after Meghan's life.
Harry said it himself.
He said it himself, and I'm agreeing with him. So you know, they're telling their truth.
He doesn't want her to end up like his mother.
His mother.
They won't stop until she's gone.
Exactly. They're telling their truth, but we need to know. It's like right now the way it is in this country about the hate mongering of different races and stuff like that. We need to squash that. We need to squash them and call them out. And I'm so glad.
And that's why I'm glad they're doing this this docuseries, because they're getting their truth out there. That's what they said. Harry's like, these were my babies.
Right. And new people who didn't follow along, who wasn't part of the Sussex squad, new people saying, oh, I like them. Let me watch the docuseries about them.
Right.
And they were like, these are two nice people.
Exactly.
Why are we hating on them?
Exactly. You know? Or someone who didn't even know and just decided, hey, let me find out what's all the fuss.
But one thing we've learned is that people in England don't read.
No.
They don't read. They listen to the
a certain percentage.
Yes.
Don't read. But the fussing. I think it was one of these LBCs, somebody called in.
Right.
And she was like, what's the fuss all about in the fuss? And he was like,
yeah, why did they have to tell their story again? They never told their story. This is it. All those books you read and you bought, lies.
Why are you buying books about them if you don't like them?
And why are you buying books?
Why are you watching a 3-hour documentary about them?
Yeah. And why are you buying books about them by somebody else who never met them? Come on, people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that.
We've never bought any books from any authors,
not even by the person themselves.
Not even from Omid, and we have nothing against him, but we didn't even buy his book. And one of the things they showed you, this was kind of funny, the tent that Omid said that Meghan and Harry shared.
Yeah.
It was elaborate. It was like one of those luxury tents in the bush.
No, it wasn't.
With decks and everything. No. Prince Harry had this little...
He had Meghan in a little. I think it was like
Inflatable.
a 10-person, or no, it was a 5-person tent.
That was that?
Yeah.
No, that was a 2-person.
No, it was big enough for a full.
You think so?
Yeah.
A full night. Well,
Yeah.
5 people ain't sleeping in that.
No, but in a row, you go sleep in a row. So it's a
I
5-person
ain't tenting with you because you have some weird.
I'm just saying the size is that's how they base the size on. So it's a 5-person tent.
Okay.
And no, it was not this big old elaborate. Yeah.
It wasn't expensive. It wasn't raw. It was Harry's like, he's just a regular guy. He's like, no, this is where we do it. And it was a test for her too.
Right.
You know, is she going to be like...
Well, at least he didn't do a trifling test.
Is she going to be like a prissy princess and want like, the luxury tent and demand a luxury tent? And,
Right.
No. Meghan was like, hey, we out here to... doing your work out here? I'll be out here and watch you.
She was like, hell yeah, let's do this.
Exactly.
And he found out, she does that on her own. She's been doing the good work before
him
they ever met.
Yes.
So it's nice that they had the same
thing
interests.
in common. Yeah.
And it was interesting. His friend picked up on that.
Mm-hmm.
That he was like, I think they had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
That he needs someone that's like him.
Yes. That's already doing it. He said, wouldn't it be nice if he found someone that was already doing this work and that was already involved in this type of thing to be with him.
Exactly.
As opposed to him being alone. So
Harry's manifesting it.
Yes.
And he manifested
Meghan. And he said it was like a needle in a haystack. So we're happy for him. We're happy they found each other.
Thank God.
Yeah, and you notice at the wedding ceremony, we didn't see no picture of him partying with his brother.
That's because they're not.
They're not friends.
They're acquaintances, and remember he said at the end of the open interview?
Yeah. They're too formal.
Space.
They're too formal.
Space.
Yeah. There were no hugging.
There's
Yes.
space.
But anyway,
Yes.
We loved the series. We loved everything about it. And
we can't wait for the next 3.
Exactly.
And you know what? I think the next 3, I hope it gets a little juicier, gets in behind the hatred. A little bit more delving into the case. Oh, I wonder if they're going to give us snippets behind the case of what was going on.
Oh, I don't know.
Some shady
I
shenanigans.
just want to be surprised. It might be in the book. We don't know. But I think
all of it comes out.
Yeah.
Or if it does all come out, some good stuff does kind of get trickled out.
Yes.
But either way, we'll be looking this Thursday.
Yes, we love it. We absolutely loved it. And keep in mind who's the common denominator, because that dude needs to do some jail time.
Yeah, that Viper.
Yeah, that Viper. Yeah.
All right. Till next time.
Thank you.
Join and subscribe.
Please join and subscribe. Thanks.